Here we go, Candy. Are we going out? Are we? Are we going out? Yeah. No, I don't feel like it today.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. For those of you that haven't seen me before, my name's Louise. Today I thought I would give you a little chat about my 10 tips on how to get through January. Might not work for everybody, but these are the things that I like to do. So my tip number one is always to make your bed, and I follow this through February, March, all the rest of the months as well. The first thing I do is make my bed first thing on the morning, and it just makes me feel more organised. You've got one job ticked off your list. Bedroom's nice when you go back to it. There's not clothes and stuff cluttered all over the place. So yeah, that space is for you. So make it nice space, make your bed, and it's nice for you to go back to at the end of the day. Tip number two is to keep your belly full. Enjoy your food. There's a lot of diets going on at the moment, and I'm not opposed to any of that, but it's still January and it's cold, and we still need that element of comfort food. So eat healthily, but keep full as well. Tip number three ties in with the belly thing really, but keep hydrated. I got one of these from Home Bargains. I think it was $1.99. It's got the little marks down the side of it, the hourly marks you're supposed to drink every hour. I don't follow that. I just have it on the side at work, and I just, it's there for me to pick up, and it reminds me to drink. I think we're supposed to drink 4 litres a day, which I do struggle with that, but I've drunk a lot more since I've had one of these. So that was my tip number three. Number four is to plan that trip. Get your holidays booked. You might not have to have a lot of money to do this with. Don't need it. You can plan a camping trip. There's lots of youth hostels or cheaper options out there, but just do it. Just think long and hard. Think about what you can do with what money you've got. Have a goal, save, and it gives you something to look forward to when you're feeling fed up through these winter months. You've got your holiday to look forward to, so plan that now, and it gives you a goal. Number five is to care less. We've all got people, well, I don't like to think that I've got any enemies, but some people can be a bit negative towards you, and I've always been a person, I really do care, and I take on board a lot what people say and what they think about me. But I think, I've got to this age now where I just think, well, why? Because if people want to be negative towards you, drag you down, you don't need those people in your lives. So just don't care about what other people think about you. You do what you want to do, as long as you're not hurting anybody and you're being kind. That's all that counts. So care less about what people think. Tip number five is mindfulness. Take time out for you, because you are very important. And I know we're all busy running about, whether you're a career person or you're a mum with children, you're doing all school runs and all washing and running about, doing shopping and everything. You still need that time for you, because if you don't look after yourself, you can't look after them. It's just it's how it is. So you need that little bit of time. Just think about it every day. Just think, what 10 minutes can I grab out of this day? And just to sit down with a magazine, cup of tea, there's a lot of good apps out there, these like meditation apps, and I sometimes use some of them because I work late nights, and if it's been a stressful shift, I come home, I can't always get to sleep. So I tend to put one of those apps on, and it does actually help me relax. So yeah, mindfulness. So that was my tip number 6. I'm getting lost with all these tips I've got them wrote down on fridge here, so I hope I don't get them wrong. Tip number 7 is get lipstick. I'm not saying that everybody should wear lipstick, male or female. If you want to wear your makeup and you don't know you wear your makeup, I'm not saying you should wear your makeup. This sounds ridiculous, but I personally feel better and feel more confident when I've got my lipstick on. I start work at 4:30 in the morning some days. Well, I don't start work at 4:30, I start work at 6, but I always get up at 4:30 because I like to give myself a little bit of time just to put my face on, because I just feel better for it. I feel just more confident. So yeah, I find a little bit of lipstick through these dark, horrible winter months helps me. So whether it will you, I don't know. But anyway, tip number 8 is to try a meal plan. This can be a good money saver in January if you plan ahead. And also make use of what you've got in your cupboards, and your freezer is your best friend really. So I'm sure you've all got stuff that's lurking about in your freezer that you can use, that we don't have to keep running to shops all the time. Amazing what you can actually make of what's in your cupboards. But yeah, try a meal plan, and it saves a lot of hassle as well, trying to think every day what you're going to have to eat. Number 9 is, which I really need to do, my airing cupboard's a nightmare, but declutter. If you've got clothes in your wardrobe that you've not worn for like last 6 months, are you going to wear them? You know, I don't know whether, I genuinely, I like to give my things to charity shops, and I do buy a lot of stuff from charity shops, but sometimes I give it back. But you know, if you're not going to wear it and it's just hanging about, then get rid of it. And same with your airing cupboard. I've got a shoe cupboard down here that every time I open it, something drops out and hits me on head. So it really needs sorting out. That I'm sick of that cupboard. There's ironing board, blooming God knows what in there. It really needs sorting out and decluttering. So that's one of my jobs that I'm gonna do when I get round to it. But anyway, that's a job for January, that needs to be done. And then last but not least is number 10, which you probably, as the majority of you out there are gonna go, but these are like, yeah, your saviour. These are my saviour in January. These, and even some of these, definitely. I feel that a little bit of what you fancy is, go for it. As long as you're not overindulging, and you know you've not got a health problem, and you're not too overweight. I think, well, even on Weight Watchers you can, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, WW, isn't it? Anyway, I've said it. But even on these dieting clubs, I think you're allowed your sins and stuff, aren't you? I don't personally diet because I tend to eat in moderation. So yeah, but a little bit of what you fancy, and don't try to be too good in January, because none of us are that good.
Question minds with broken hearts. I went all my life without you. Something right could be so wrong.
Right, so this is the, it's absolutely freezing out here. I've got about 8 layers on. This is the bit here, I'll show you, that I'm gonna rescue because it's really, really tatty. It was an old box actually that I picked up at the tip that was being thrown out. I think it was a cupboard or something. So I've got a few little bits of strawberries in there. I don't know where they've come from, but I'm gonna just tidy it up and put some winter pansies in.
We were more than friends, darling, how you've been. I missed your smile. I know you leave me here with question marks, and I will start all over here without you. Something right could be so wrong. I carry on, cause I know I have to let you go again. I know it's bad to take a leap into my world of fantasies, but we will make it all the way somehow. But I know now when I wake up, I just have to put my feet back on the ground. And you will come back, oh my God, it's you again. Once we were more than friends, darling, how you've been. I miss you.
To do something else this week as well, since I don't really want to stay too long out in the garden because it's just too blooming cold at the minute. So I thought, what can I do? So I went rummaging in my shed. I thought I might plant a plant pot. And then I came across this. This was something that we had in our bathroom, which we just kept really, I think, brushes and odds and ends and, you know, hair bobbles and what have you in. And I didn't want it last year, but then I didn't really want to throw it out because I'd already had this in mind. I thought, oh, it'll come in handy as a little, anything that's like a container, really, I'll try and salvage, I'll try and use for something in the garden. So I'm just painting this with white acrylic paint. It also does need to be varnished afterwards. You need 2 or 3 coats of paint to give it some good coverage. I've also drilled some drainage holes in the bottom of each container. I'm going to paint some little pattern on it. So in this case I'm going to do some little daisies. Just thought that it would look quite pretty. So I wouldn't put it out in winter though, but in summer, yeah, it'll be a lovely little addition to my garden.